How many clothes do you really need? Hi there, it's Luigi, and welcome to Catapult Capitalism, your guide in making smart financial moves for your future. If you enjoy watching our videos, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated whenever we upload a new video. Today we are going to talk about clothes. Yes, your clothes bear a huge effect on your finances too. So how many clothes do you really need? There is a lot of pressure on you to have the correct response to this question. Everyone has an opinion about how much clothing you should have. It's a popular topic for a variety of reasons. 1. Since everyone is curious about the solution. 2. Since everyone wants to assist you in determining how much clothing you require. So, how many outfits should you have? Is it 2, 3, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, or more? It's one of those queries that put you on the spot and requires you to decide. And regardless of how you respond, you may still be on the right side of the equation. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the U.S. garment sector is now worth $12 billion, and the average American household spends $1,700 per year on clothing. The dollar amounts are insignificant because they account for just 3.5% of a family's costs on average. What matters is whether that money is spent on need or waste. The answer is mostly waste. The average American lady possessed 9 clothes in 1930. Today, that number is 30, one for each day of the month. What to consider before deciding how many clothes you need. What are you going to wear? Is it necessary for your clothing to be versatile? What is your budget? And how often do you plan to wear each piece of clothing? The easiest approach to thinking about how many garments you'll need is thinking about how many you'll need for everyday use. This covers clothes you'll wear every day as well as those you'll save for special occasions. For example, if you're heading to a formal function, like a wedding or a ball, you'll probably want to dress up in something more flattering than your usual jeans and t-shirt. As a result, it is vital to keep some decent formal clothing wear on hand in case such occasions arise. On the other hand, if you wear gym shorts to work every day, then it might not be necessary to maintain any fancier apparel on hand. Some people believe that possessing less is preferable since they have less clutter in their house or business. Others feel that more is better so that they don't have to be concerned with what is lacking from their closet at any particular time. How many clothes do you need for special occasions? While you must know how much clothing you require for daily life, you must also know how many outfits you require for special events. This is due to the fact that many individuals want to have a specific number of clothing on hand in order to show off their personal style when they go out. For example, if you go to work and then spend the evening with friends, you may not need as much formal attire as someone who goes out 5 nights a week. So how about 2 to 3 formal sets of clothing? How many clothes do you need for summer? Summer as a season is determined by the local climate. You'll need to think about how you'll be able to dress for that climate. As an example, if you reside in Florida and don't want to sweat during the summer, you'll need to wear lighter, breathable clothing. If you reside in Chicago and expect to spend most of your time indoors during winter, you'll need additional warm clothing. It's possible that your dress style is so diversified that you're continually shopping for new things and never have enough wardrobe space. When you buy fewer clothes, it might be simpler for you and less difficult to give yourself a distinct style than when you buy more. So, before deciding how many outfits you should have, assess and adjust how broad your wardrobe requirements are. How many clothes do you need for winter? Just as I mentioned a while ago, when going out to buy clothes, it is a good idea to know what sort of weather you'll be confronting and plan appropriately. You should have more winter garments if you live in a cold climate compared to if you live in a warm environment. If the weather is changing and unpredictable, you should alter your attire accordingly. This might involve purchasing new things to wear that can be worn as layers or purchasing additional coats or jackets. How many clothing items do men need? The common agreement appears to be that males require around 2 to 3 pieces of clothes every day. This implies that if you get up in the morning and put on a shirt and pants, then you might be pretty much set for the day. How many clothing items do women need? You might be shocked to learn that ladies don't require as much clothing as you might assume. The average American woman wears 10 to 15 pieces of clothes every day, which is the basic minimum required for work and social activities. Some women dress substantially less than others, but this is not the typical tendency in the United States. So, how many outfits do ladies require? A few fast math calculations indicate that the average American lady wears 6 to 8 items of clothes every day. Do you have enough storage space for all of your clothes? It's an excellent question to ask yourself, isn't it? Do you have enough storage space? It might be tough to store an excessive amount of clothing. If you have a lot, it might sometimes be difficult to locate what you want when you require it. That is why it is critical to prepare for the future and ensure that your storage space is adequate for all of your clothing. Is your home large enough to accommodate your family? Do you have closet shelves or drawers in your bedroom? The solution to your situation might be a matter of personal choice. You should make sure that there are locations where garments can be stored so that they don't take up too much room. They should also be in places where they can be readily put back on. If you need to store a lot of clothing, you might consider purchasing an extra closet or two, or perhaps a chest of drawers with plenty of hooks and shelves. These types of things will assist you in keeping all of your garments sorted and in place when you need them. What should you do if you haven't worn something for a long time? You know how it feels when you've been wearing the same clothing for a few days and it's time for a change? It becomes tedious, so you decide it's time to switch things up. If you find yourself in this circumstance, step away from your typical attire and try on something fresh. If it feels good and you think it looks good, incorporate it into your outfit. If you don't like something you try on, either return it or give it away. It might make no difference whether it was brand new or has previously been worn. You haven't lost anything by trying on one item. All that counts are whether you liked it enough to keep it in your wardrobe and use it again in the future. Also, if you have clothes in your closet that you don't wear anymore and don't think you're going to wear in the future, then you can give that clothing away or donate it. If you want to make some extra money, you could also try selling it. Finally, it is critical to own clothing that makes you feel comfortable and confident. The number of garments you require ultimately depends on your lifestyle and finances. However, seek items that can be used and dressed in a variety of ways. By following these suggestions, you may create ensembles and sets with a few important pieces while avoiding excessive clutter in your closet. Adopt a strategy of buying fewer high-quality garments and treating them with sensitive, loving care. Depending on how frequently you use your garments, they may last 15 years or longer. You'll save money on your clothing and time getting ready in the mornings. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, or if you found it informational and learned something, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification icon. That way, you get notified every time we have a new video. Thank you so much for tuning in to Catapult Capitalism, and we'll see you later. Bye now.